Hello, my name is Becca Gose, and I am the chair of the Corvallis Public Schools Foundation's Board of Trustees. If you're watching this video, it probably means you were unable to join us in person for this year's benefit event, Hands Across Corvallis. We missed you and hope to see you next year. In the meantime, we want to share some highlights of the event program and the work of CPSF to support Corvallis schools. Thanks to the continued support of you, our donors, the Corvallis Public Schools Foundation provides vital funding to our schools that is focused in 3 areas. First, learning enrichment, supporting experiences, materials, and equipment designed to engage and inspire students in our 13 public schools. Second, improving graduation rates through academic interventions, summer programs, and real-world learning opportunities that help every student find success. And third, ensuring educational access by providing assistance for students navigating homelessness, poverty, mental health challenges, and other barriers so that all students can arrive at school with their needs met and ready to learn. On behalf of all of the students and staff of Corvallis Public Schools, we want to thank you. Without you, this work simply would not be possible. And we hope you will renew your commitment today and help us meet or even exceed our $100,000 event goal. In a minute, you'll hear from some of our grant recipients who have benefited from your support. We hope you will see the broad and deep impact your generosity has in our schools. But first, we have a brief message from our Superintendent, Ryan Noss.
Thank you for joining me. I'm Ryan Noss, the District Superintendent, and I have an opportunity to share some of the fantastic things that the Foundation does in our community with you today. The Foundation plays a vital role and has a strong partnership with our school district. They do things to support our students, to support our staff, and to support our community as a whole. Some examples are things like our youth empowerment grants that the Foundation has built over the last several years to empower our students to be creative and empowered to move things forward in our school district. Our Golden Apples, which are a way of recognizing staff members, teachers and classified staff, are recognized for the incredible work that they've done over a career with us here in Corvallis. The Foundation has helped us to support families through funds that help us to meet family needs, to help students to be at school prepared for learning. And finally, the Foundation helps our teachers to be more creative through innovation grants that allow them to bring their joys of learning into the classroom for our students. So again, thank you for joining me to learn more about the incredible work that the Foundation does and for your support of the Corvallis Public Schools Foundation. It's a community that comes together to support students and youth, and I appreciate your support in all of those endeavors.
Thank you, Ryan and Becca. My name is Angela Hibbard, and I am the Executive Director of the Corvallis Public Schools Foundation. I want to thank you for joining us for these highlights from Hands Across Corvallis. And I want to thank you for your generous support of Corvallis schools. As you heard Ryan and Becca mention, the work of the Foundation and your support is broad-reaching throughout our schools. But today, we want to share 2 specific impact stories with you. You'll hear from one of our YAY grant recipients. Youth Empowerment in Action, or YAY, is a new grant that allows us to hear directly from students, giving them a voice and funding their ideas for improving their schools and communities. You'll also hear from one of our Imagine grant recipients. Imagine grants fund educators' innovative ideas so that they have the tools and the resources they need to provide enriching experiences for students so that all students can be successful in the classroom and beyond. But first, we want to thank our sponsors for their important support of Hands Across Corvallis. Our champion sponsor, Olorenshaw Wealth Management. Our promoter sponsors, Fortis Construction, Horsepower Productions, DLR Group, Pacific Power, and Wanaha Group. Our advocate sponsors, Girding Builders, Corvallis Kids Pediatric Dentistry, Upper Hand Orthopedics, Citizens Bank, North Point Dental Group, Jacobs, Benton County Schools Credit Union, Corvallis Pain Management, and Samaritan Health Services. Thank you to all of our supporter sponsors. And thank you to our in-kind sponsors.
A lot of the times we say we want to hear student voices, we want to help students out, and sometimes we're checking off boxes, and unfortunately sometimes we just don't have the resources or time to really provide these opportunities for the students. And when I heard about the Yeah grant, I told the kids right away, hey, there's just an opportunity here, you should look into it, I'm here to support you. And the kids jumped on the opportunity and right away thought about the idea. There was a lot of light bulb moments where they came and realized, like, okay, this is what we should be doing, this is how we should be wording it, this is why we're doing it.
I applied because I felt like the school dual immersion kids were not getting that much recognition, because speaking two languages from kindergarten on through high school is a tough job. So I wanted to apply for the grant to give us a little recognition, get the t-shirts and some hoodies, maybe give us a little bit of identity. One of my mottos that I like to live by is look good, play good. So the t-shirt for people makes me feel like when you look good and you know two languages, it's just like double power. In the beginning, it felt a little weird presenting an idea to a bunch of adults. And then I was like, well, I just felt like, okay, if I'm in a meeting of adults, I guess I'm an adult. And I acted kind of like a businessman in that meeting. It was pretty funny. Maybe like 2 or 3 weeks later, I got home from basketball practice at school, and then I checked my email to see if I had gotten anything, and there's an email from Mr. Hernandez saying, we won the Yay grant. I was actually so pumped. And then, you know, I did a little happy dance, and then I went and looked at the designs that he had sent me also in the email, and the designs were like really cool. And then I had like a really cool conversation with my family about it afterwards, and they were like really proud of me. So it's given me a lot of confidence in sharing my ideas of the dual immersion program and also other opinions that I have. It really made me feel like my ideas mattered, and that my voice was heard, and that it was a good enough idea to, like, you know, become, you know, noticed. I just want to say thank you to the donors and to the program, because I think it's so cool what you do, and you guys should just keep doing it. It's amazing to be able to have the funding and just like the ability to just listen to kids is amazing, and I think that it opens up a lot of opportunities for kids, and it gives them a lot of confidence if they receive the grant. It's made this dual immersion program noticed and really heard, and it's amazing. Thank you so much.
The Wings Transition Program is a program for students who've graduated high school with a modified diploma or a certificate. So all of our students have an individual education plan. They're served through special education. And they have some degree of what our society would call a disability. They're young adults, and they're not quite ready for college, and they're not quite ready for a job. So we help them with the transition from high school into what they have as a goal for their life. We created the student-run businesses to offer our students unique opportunities to practice skills that will help them obtain the types of jobs or the types of living situations they want. For example, we have the 4 student-run businesses: a car wash business, a keychain making business, soap making, and fire brick making. And we create useful products, but in many ways the product is irrelevant. It's the skills that they can learn while they're doing these businesses and transfer then to their chosen jobs or chosen career path. These businesses and the repetition of doing these tasks gives some of our students an opportunity to be independent. So then when they're exiting the public school system, when they exit Wings, we create a portfolio for them, and we can list on their resume, I helped create a website, I helped create a spreadsheet, I can work on a task independently for 30 minutes. Those are the types of skills vocational rehab looks for when they then carve out a job and place our students in a job.
Transition class we meet at the library most every single Wednesday. Summer weeks Allison has been talking about. We haven't done it at all yet this year, but she's talking about going out to visit the places where we want to go, and one of the places where I mentioned going for the informational interviews is Albany Amtrak station, and because I really like trains and Amtrak and things, and I know my second choice would have probably been Disneyland, to the CEO's office in Disneyland at the Disney Studios or similar. I was related to Disney, but I knew that wouldn't be practical money-wise or transportational-wise, because it's a 20-hour drive each way, 16 to 20, depending on how fast you go. And it's also, but the way my parents drive, it would be closer to 20, because they drive slower than what the GPS says. And
I couldn't have been able to offer my students all of these opportunities if I hadn't had startup funds from the foundation. That's what I want you to know. And that part of selling the products is a critical component in building these transferable skills, in readily demonstrating that our students can do that. That opportunity wouldn't have been possible without the grant from the Corvallis Foundation. This is a real world opportunity. This is boots on the ground. This is the donor's money making tangible, real difference in the lives of my students.
It is time! Thank you! Thank you! Thanks for helping our school. Thank you for supporting our schools.